home for 2 weeks, so the place is a mess. You do the housework, the washing, you cook the meals. That's Alice. You look after her. Homework, bath, all that crap. Got it?
Right away, Todd.
Detroit. Become Human, the story revolves on 3 androids. Kara, who has fled her owner and is exploring the outer world in order to protect a small child. Connor, the hunter of wild android animals. Marcus, who dedicated his life to emancipating other androids from human servitude. They can all live or die based on the conversation choices that the player makes that influence the tale. Detroit. Become Human is inspired on Quantic Dream's Kara technology demo from 2012. This game developer traveled to Detroit, Michigan, to gather research. David Cage, the game's producer and narrative writer, had to confer with artificial intelligence experts for more than 2 years to finish the scenario script. The game creators also created a new game engine to suit the game and recorded the narration prior to the filming and animation process. Philip Shepard, Nimifa Carrera, and John Pisano each created music for Kara, Connor, and Marcus. Initial release date, May 25, 2018. Genre, action-adventure game. Developer, Quantic Dream. Mode, single-player video game. Platforms, PlayStation 4, Microsoft Windows. Publisher, Quantic Dream, Sony Interactive Entertainment. Nominated, BAFTA Video Game Award for Artistic Achievement.
Came back to find our home on fire. We came back to find unwelcome guests. We came back and we tried to live. Times were hard, but we found a way. A way to escape. To hide.
Generation Zero is a cooperative open-world, first-person shooter survival game that may be played online with up to 3 other players or solo. The game takes place in late 1989, in a post-apocalyptic parallel world Sweden overrun by murderous robots. The bots range in size from small spotting drones to lightly armed reconnaissance bots to gigantic bots that tower above the dwellings. The player takes on the character of a Swedish adolescent who returns from an island expedition to discover that the local populace has gone due to the robotic invasion. The player must survive the Swedish wilderness while also attempting to discover the fate of humans who formerly lived there and find a means to combat the robots. The game's graphical aesthetic has been widely compared to Simon Slinhig's artwork, even by the artist himself. Despite apparent similarities, Avalanche Studios has disputed that the game's aesthetic was influenced or driven by Slinhig's painting, and that the artist was not engaged directly or indirectly in the game's development. Initial release date, October 18, 2018. Platforms, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Microsoft Windows, Xbox Cloud Gaming. Developer, Avalanche Studios Group, Systemic Reaction Fatalist Entertainment Tab. Genre, open world game. Publishers, Avalanche Studios Group, Systemic Reaction THQ Nordic, Fatalist Entertainment Tab. Gundam Evolution is a free-to-play online FPS title in which users control mobile suits from the popular Gundam anime and compete against other players online in 6 vs 6 objective-based fights. Players may move between numerous distinct mobile meat units to suit the ever-changing fighting situations in this fast-paced action game with immersive controls. To win, they must use their distinct abilities and collaborate with their comrades. You may pilot Gundam units from all throughout the Gundam universe. Each unit has a unique set of assault abilities, support duties, and HP levels. Choose your preferred unit based on your playstyle. System of thrust. When you activate the thruster gauge, the action goes into overdrive. Thruster movement is useful for covering great distances quickly, whereas dash is useful for quick bursts of acceleration. Pilots can maneuver about the battlefield effectively and exploit rapid surprise moves to their tactical advantage by using the thrust system. Initial release date, 2022. Platforms, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and Series S, Microsoft Windows. Genre, free-to-play, shooting games, fighting games. Developer, Bandai Namco Online Inc., Bandai Namco Studios. Publisher, Bandai Namco Online Inc., Bandai Namco Entertainment America Inc.
We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse?
The narrative of androids to be 9S and A2 and their quest to recover the machine-driven dystopia overtaken by strong machines is told in Nier Automata. Mechanical entities from distant worlds have forced humanity off Earth. The human resistance deploys a troop of android warriors to destroy the invaders in a final effort to reclaim the planet. Now a battle between robots and androids is raging. A battle that might soon reveal a long-forgotten new universal reality. The plot chronicles the struggles of Combat Android 2B, Scanner Android 9S, and Renegade Prototype A2 during a proxy war between alien-created machines and human-crafted androids. The tale takes repeated playthroughs, each of which unlocks new story aspects. The gameplay blends role-playing components with action-based hack-and-slash combat, with elements ranging from shoot-'em-up to text adventure. Production began in 2014, with series creator Yoko Taro, producer Yosuke Sato, and main composer Keiichi Okabe returning to their respective positions, and character designer Akihiko Yoshida taking over. The idea was to create a Nier game that stayed loyal to the original while also improving the fighting mechanics. Platinum Games employees encountered several hurdles when designing the gameplay and open-world setting for this project, which was wholly new to them. Yoko's narrative references numerous ideologies and discusses topics of seeking meaning in life and why people kill. Initial release date: February 23, 2017. Developer: Platinum Games. Mode: single-player video game. Platforms: Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Microsoft Windows. Designers: Takai Satora. Isanegashi. Awards: The Game Award for Best Score Soundtrack. Nominated: The Game Award for Best RPG Game.
Super Mecha Champions is set in a Japanese manga-styled metropolis with stunning graphics for maximum visual impact. Soar across the neo-futuristic city as one of the Super Mecha League's aces in pursuit of the mysteries of Alpha City.
With a single click, summon any of the 10 daring mechas, personalize it with any of the many skins and graffiti, and pilot your very own machine into war. Violent brawls between pilots, strategic conflicts between pilots and mechas, metallic clashes between mechas. All possible encounters await your discovery. Charge into ground battles or aerial dogfights alone or in groups. The fast-paced and immersive thrill includes expert control and combat preparations. Weapons with infinite ammunition and auto-aiming to get your adrenaline pumping. Feel the rush from seeing the adversary to locking on, shooting, and exploding. Enjoy the excitement as you race for victory. Ferocious battles are on the horizon, and they will need flexibility, agility, and mastery of high-tech weapons. Keep an eye out for oncoming barrage while fine-tuning what you have at your disposal for maximum impact. Duo matches, a 10-player arena, and shootouts with 100 players. There are several unique game modes to select from, with endless terrain, a vast range of scenarios, and clever vehicle combinations. Choose your favorite game mode and rule the arena. Initial release date: March 25, 2021. Publisher: NetEase. Developer: NetEase, Hong Kong. NetEase Interactive Entertainment Limited. Platforms: Android, Microsoft Windows. Genre: shooting game, free to play, mostly multiplayer, adventure.
Limbo, lust, all gone, with gluttony soon to follow. Your kind know nothing but hunger, purged all life on the upper layers, and yet they remain unsatiated. As to you, you've taken everything from me, machine.
Ultra Kill is a fast-paced, ultra-violent, old-school FPS that combines classic shooters such as Quake, new shooters such as Doom 2016, and character action games such as Devil May Cry. Mankind has become extinct, and the only beings remaining on Earth are blood-fueled robots. But suddenly, the blood is spilling over the surface. RC Hikita Patala created the first-person shooter platformer video game Ultra Kill, which was released by New Blood Interactive. On September 3, 2020, it went into early access on Steam for Microsoft Windows. The game employs retro-style visuals and movement abilities reminiscent of 1990s first-person shooters like Quake and Doom. Initial release date, September 3, 2020. Developer, RC Patala. Mode, single-player video game. Publisher, New Blood Interactive. Platforms, Linux, Microsoft Windows. Genre, first-person shooter. Independent video game. Platform game. War Robots, formerly dubbed Walking War Robots, is a mobile app game created and released by Pixanic. In multiplayer online battle arena MOBA mode, it is a third-person shooter with real-time PP fights. On a live battlefield, players control battle-tech-like robots. They can either play alone or in groups with other players. It was initially published on iOS in 2014, and then for Android the following year. Pixanic unified the player pools from Google Play, Apple Game Center, and Amazon Game Circle into a single platform matchmaking system in 2020. They are aiming to combine all of the network's game functionalities. The work was evaluated by Engadget Android Police, which said Walking War Robots isn't exactly unique. It borrows heavily from the MechWarrior series, with a third-person perspective and mobile controls tossed in for good measure. But as a high-end, team-based online multiplayer mech game on Android, it's also fairly unique to the platform. According to Droid Gamers, the graphics could be a little more polished, but with 12 players on the field, that's no small feat. And the details like smoke trails from missiles and the audio are immersive. War Robots received a decent review, 4.5 stars out of 5 from 148apps.com, which stated that it's an intriguing game with a serious enough tone to be believable. That is no easy task. According to a Techer at a review, it's a lot of fun. However, additional robots, weaponry, and a stronger incentive system are required. AppSpy commended the game as well, noting that the game's engine is amazing, even if some of the UI aspects are dated, and the sense of being part of a group taking on another team is palpable. Initial release date, April 14, 2014. Developer, Pixanic, UPWAKE. Me, platforms, Android, iOS, Microsoft Windows, Amazon, ForceNow, Game Room, SteamOS, FireOS. Modes, multiplayer video game, single-player video game. Genre, shooting game, free-to-play, multiplayer online battle arena, action role-playing game. Publisher, Pixanic, Upwake.
Don't care.
We try saving. We risk the entire mission. I'll go alone then. Leave him. He won't make it. Let's give him a chance at least.